Hey there! Welcome to our exploration of the Cauchy-Riemann equations, the cornerstone of complex analysis. These equations are like the key to understanding when a complex function is differentiable. Let's dive in and break it down step by step. Today, we're diving into the Cauchy-Riemann equations, the foundation of complex analysis. Let's get going. First up, we need to understand what a complex function is. Imagine a function f of a complex variable z. We can write z as x plus I times y, where x and y are real numbers, and I is the imaginary unit. So our function f of z splits into two parts, a real part, u of x and y, and an imaginary part, v of x and y, connected by that I. In words, it's f of z equals u of x and y plus I times v of x and y. Think of u and v as two real-valued functions that depend on x and y. Got the picture? Let's move on. Now let's get to the star of the show, the Cauchy-Riemann equations. These are the conditions a complex function must meet to be differentiable in the complex sense. Here's what they say. The partial derivative of u with respect to x must equal the partial derivative of v with respect to y. That's the first equation. The second equation says the partial derivative of u with respect to y equals the negative of the partial derivative of v with respect to x. These two equations are like a test. If a function passes them, it's complex differentiable, or what we call holomorphic. Pretty neat, right? We'll see these equations in action soon, but first let's explore what they mean visually. To make this more visual, let's take an example. The function f of z equals z squared. For this function, we can work out that u of x and y equals x squared minus y squared, and v of x and y equals 2 times x times y. Now, picture plotting the level curves of u and v. These are the curves where u or v stays constant. Here's the cool part. For u, we get curves that look like hyperbolas, and for v, we get another set of hyperbolas. Notice how they intersect? They always cross at right angles, perfectly perpendicular. This right angle intersection is a signature of functions that satisfy the Cauchy-Riemann equations. It's like the math is painting us a beautiful geometric picture. Okay, let's test our function f of z equals z squared to see if it satisfies the Cauchy-Riemann equations. Step 1. Let's expand the function. Since z equals x plus I times y, squaring it gives us f of z equals x squared minus y squared plus I times 2xy. So u of x and y equals x squared minus y squared, and v of x and y equals 2xy. Step 2. We compute the partial derivatives. For u, the partial derivative with respect to x is 2x, and with respect to y, it's negative 2y. For v, the partial derivative with respect to y is 2x, and with respect to x, it's 2y. Step 3. Let's check the Cauchy-Riemann equations. The first equation says the partial derivative of u with respect to x should equal the partial derivative of v with respect to y. That's 2x equals 2x. Check. The second equation says the partial derivative of u with respect to y should equal the negative of the partial derivative of v with respect to x. That's negative 2y equals negative 2y. Another check. Our function f of z equals z squared passes the test with flying colors. So what's the takeaway? The Cauchy-Riemann equations are the key to determining when a complex function is differentiable. For our example, f of z equals z squared, we've shown it satisfies these equations, making it holomorphic. That's the fancy term for complex differentiable. Complex analysis blends elegance and rigor, combining beautiful geometry with precise mathematics. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the Cauchy-Riemann equations. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of math.